Hello, parents and guardians, and welcome back to Washington Middle School. My name is Mrs. Smith. I am the sixth grade administrator, and I'm here to get us going and introduce us to a few of our staff and administrators, and then I'll go ahead and pass things on to our eighth grade administrator, Mr. Galbraith. So first, I want to thank you so much for being here this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you had time to view this. Unlike in the past, we weren't able to meet as a whole group. We're hoping that we will be able to meet later on in this school year for back to school night or open house, rather. Sorry. But in the meantime, let's get introduced to some of our administrators and staff who are completely awesome. We're going to start with Mr. Viela, who is our assistant principal, Dr. Rashawn Williams, who's our principal, Mr. Galbraith, who is our assistant principal. And I know if you're thinking, why do you have two assistant principals? We have Mr. Viela, who is over the seventh grade team, and then we have Mr. Galbraith, who is over the eighth grade team. And then we have our amazing counselor, Mrs. Hernandez, and students from each and every grade level go and seek her out. Okay. Then we have our amazing campus security personnel, Coach Art. And then we have our instruction and intervention coordinator, Ms. Gallagher, who is in charge of things like Saturday school, summer enrichment, other intervention or instruction type programs and activities. Our point person would be Ms. Gallagher. And then last but not least, you have me, the sixth grade administrator or the TOSA, and I am working with the sixth grade Love Bugs this year. So again, none of what we do as an admin team or even as a school would be possible without our awesome support staff. And we have Miss Sandra, Mr. Carlos, Miss Sheila, Mr. Roberto, and Miss Miriam. Again, without whom we would not be able to do such amazing things here as a team and as a unit. So much of the information that will be shared here tonight with parents and guardians will be shared again in a different format for our sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade student success assemblies. I will be presenting the sixth grade success assembly. Mr. Villeda will be, will be presenting the seventh grade success assembly, and Mr. Galbraith will be presenting the eighth grade success assembly. Okay. So I have a little bit to share with you about some of the gains that we had over the last time we were here on campus. So for 4 straight years, our campus made positive gains in SBAC ELA achievement. That's a 19% exceeded standards. And for the past 3 straight years, we've had positive SBAC math gains in a 15% met or exceeded standards. Okay. And so no other school in our district has made 4 straight years of positive gains. Okay, so hashtag scholars make dollars and hashtag next level. We're going to keep this achievement and exceeding standards and just moving upward and onward. We're going to keep that train going this year. Okay, so I know that many of you out there are asking, how do I know if my child is ready for high school? So I'm going to get you started. I'm going to tag in Mr. Galbraith. So first of all, we want to start having this conversation in the 6th grade and the 7th grade because it is the 6th and 7th grade cumulative GPA that we need to be 2.5 or higher. The high school of choice applications will be due sometime in November. Mr. Galbraith will speak more to that in his 8th grade student success assembly. And then you have to have fewer than 5 absences per the entire year. No D's or F's in math in 8th grade, and absolutely no suspensions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pass things off to Mr. Galbraith and let him finish up here. See you soon, parents and guardians.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smith, for starting off our parent orientation. I am Mr. Galbraith. I am the 8th grade administrator and assistant principal. I am very fortunate to be here at Washington. My passion is helping students achieve academic and social success and ultimately becoming productive, caring, self-sufficient citizens who one day also want to give back to the community. Ms. Smith talked a little bit about how you can make sure that your child is high school ready. It's important to know early on how important grades and test scores are. In Long Beach, we have an open enrollment school district. This means that you don't necessarily need to go to your high school residence. You can apply to any school or pathway in Long Beach Unified, but some pathways you will need to have a certain GPA or test scores to gain entrance. All high schools now have linked learning pathways. What are these pathways? Research-based approach to education used in schools throughout California that makes education relevant to students, give students a meaning for why they are studying whatever it is they are studying. Students choose a pathway connected to an industry or theme. The industry theme is woven into lessons across every subject area. And students can still take rigorous AP classes. It's not an either or choice, okay? So that's a little bit about what pathways are. Some pathways have no criteria for admission into programs, and some pathways do require a GPA, a minimum GPA, and other qualifying criteria. And especially for eighth grade, this is important, but not only eighth grade, we want our sixth graders to start thinking about pathways and high school readiness and, getting ready for when they are eighth grade students to apply for these pathways. The timeline is October and November. Our eighth grade students want to prepare and do research about what type of pathways are out there. You want to make sure that parents are registered for Parent View. And from November to January, it's time to apply. In January, you will apply. And then by February, students will know what pathway they are going to and what high school they are going to. How you can be successful here is we always say strive for 5, especially before COVID. We didn't want any students to miss more than 5 days of school. Obviously now it's a little different. We do encourage students to stay home if they are feeling a little ill with a runny nose or anything like that. Once you are absent, we do ask that you send a note to the attendance clerk when you come back. It's very important that students are here on class on time. Our gates do open at 8:30. Please try and arrive to school no later than 8:50. It's important to come also in our school uniform. Our school uniform are khaki pants and a blue or red t-shirt. Same thing for outerwear. Outerwear should be blue or red. That means jackets or sweaters or anything like that. Hopefully, we do want to bring back jeans on Fridays. We have not brought that back yet. We do want to get everyone in school uniform, and then we'll start having free dress days. We'll start giving incentives and attendance and no tardy incentives. And also we will bring back jeans on Friday. Again, once we get all students in uniform khaki pants and blue or red shirts. As far as our cell phone policy, we do expect students to practice digital citizenship and common sense when using a phone. And we ask that please do not call or text your children during school hours. If it's an emergency, you can contact the school and we will pull the student out if we need to. We do believe that cell phone is a privilege, not a right. It is a privilege. And if students are not smart about how they use the phone, then a cell phone privilege will be taken away. Students do bring cell phones. We know cell phones are pretty expensive nowadays, and we are not responsible for any lost or stolen cell phones as well. And when you arrive to school, we have one gate open for security reasons. The gate is on Cedar. Please do not try and double park. After school, though, we do open up gates on Pacific and Cedar. Please do not try and double park. We're trying to get all students their IDs. Once we have issued every student their ID, they will be required to have that on their person. They don't necessarily have to have it on their neck, but they need to have it on the person. And if they are asked to produce that, then they need to have that ID on them. Thank you so much. I'm now going to pass the baton on to our wonderful 7th grade administrator and assistant principal, Mr. Villeda, and he is going to talk to you about some amazing programs that we have here at Washington. Thank you very much, and you have a great, great rest of your day, and we're going to have a fabulous school year.
There's also digital imaging. And so working in collaboration with the design department at Cal State Long Beach, Mr. Lobb attempts to improve the students' graphic design skills. He uses multiple state-of-the-art platforms every year. And these are some of the programs that he uses, you can see here on this slide. In his course, our scholars design t-shirts, movie posters, collages, collaborative mind mapping, video editing, and a whole lot more. Our school also provides 100% of the instruments for music, for orchestra. And this is one of the electives the students can sign up for. We really encourage them to sign up for it. We have orchestra, band, or computers as our electives. It's an excellent way to earn scholarships. ABC scholars will improve achievement for GATE students using the design thinking process. And there's also access to it during our Saturday program. And so if your students have not signed up yet for our Saturday program, we really encourage them to do that. I think that they can gain a lot from it. So school-wide, our students are expected to wear a uniform for PE. They get ready in the locker rooms and practice their skills, the skills that they need to compete in a variety of sports and learn different movements. PE uniforms and spirit wear is on sale at the banker's office or banker's window, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays before school and during lunch. So we encourage our students to go there if they need any kind of spirit wear or PE attire. Another way that we attempt to keep our students engaged and have them experience a fun atmosphere is by having our winter and spring fair. It's a blast. Students work hard, and so they get to play hard. So we also believe in supporting our students with speeches and marches in any ways that they can express their ideas. So in the past, we've had a variety of programs for Saturday school, including, but not limited to, robotics and cooking and other kinds of career tech type programs. This year, we're offering 3 programs for the Saturday program. One of them is an activity-based one called Weilbacher's Wide World of Sports. We also have a well-being class being offered called For the Health of It. And then the other one that we do is a math exploration. And all of these programs have the intent to ensure that our students can succeed academically during the week. The program is free. It runs from 9 to 12 on Saturday. There's a nutrition break in between where students can have a snack. And it is a lot of fun. So if your child is interested in participating in that, or you would like your child to participate in that, please have them show up on Saturdays, either on at 9 o'clock, 9 to 12. And we'd love to host them. So the reason our students do such a great job in their learning is because we value their growth mindset. And the last semester we were in school prior to COVID, 700 students received awards for having a 3.0 GPA or higher. That's right, 3.0 GPA. Why? It's because students know how to set goals, they never give up, and they learn from their errors. And we know that they can do it. And so our students learn how to develop relationships with using our restorative justice model. And we participate in community circles frequently in classrooms so that we can build community and work towards being healthy, and then also work towards having academic success. You might be wondering, what is restorative justice? Well, restorative justice is an approach that we use in classrooms here on site to prevent future harm and restore relationships, or really address either harm or conflict that has taken place on our school grounds. And so it is relationship based. Relationships among students, with students, or students with adults in the classroom or teachers. Restorative justice does help decrease fights and defiance and bullying. Restorative justice community circles build community in the classrooms and school-wide, and teaches our students how to understand our emotions to resolve conflict. Because what we want here at Washington is for our wolves to be happy, to know that they can trust us with conflict or harm that they might be dealing with, and they can become better learners and better citizens in society. We have a variety of community partners here at Washington, and we would like you to be, we invite you to be part of those partnerships as well. We're currently connected with Habitat for Humanity. They support our STEAM program here. There's Parent University that we have that we attempt to connect our parents with. AmeriCorps, ELAC, and ELAC is a group that supports our English learners. And we also have the Coalition of Involved African American Parents here on our campus. And if you want to be part of that coalition, we invite you to be a part of that coalition as well. The idea is that we want to be a community that flourishes and thrives in this neighborhood. And so we invite you to come and join us to participate. Washington is a family, and we want our students to feel like they are part of a family and they belong. And we want you to feel that your student belongs in this family as well. So we're here to support you in any way that we can. We offer so many programs and services and connecting points to the community, whether it's through our admin, our counselor, our TOSA, our nurse, psychologist, our librarian, our office campus supervisor, or pardon me, our on-campus supervisor, our teachers, our volunteers, our community partners. We all want this school to thrive. We want this to be the gem of Long Beach. And we can only do that with our partnerships with parents and the community. So thank you for being with us, and welcome to middle school.